brightness on an aggravated battery.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This is George at Wicked Warnings coming at you with a brand spanking new 2020 Ford Explorer. And what we've got here in the front is our Razor LED mounted under the grille in an alternating amber and white quick flip-flop pattern. We mounted this with the 3M VHB tape with the Primer 94 adhesion promoter, as well as a little bit of extra bond glue on the back. Here you can see how good of a spread that Razor really does put out. It is almost 180 degrees on that light, being the lens that we chose. It's a very effective, very slim light. You can also see how they almost disappear when they're off. They're very sleek, very hard to notice there on the front of the truck. Very inconspicuous. Here you can see a little bit of the squirrel shot of how we mounted them. We didn't want to drill any holes in this particular vehicle. It may be resold or turned in after a lease, so we went with the VHB tape mount here. I'm going to tell you, if you're local to Chicago, you'll understand why that fan is spinning. Gosh, it's hot. So, as you can see around the back, we've got something going on as well. In the back of this vehicle, we are featuring our all-new Slick Stick by Wicked Warnings. We have put a 6-head on the rear of this vehicle, and that is the all-new Slick Stick, as well as our LED HAW Duo. We went with a white and an amber. Let me flip it around and show you. All right, pardon my messy shop. It's been kind of a busy, hot, sweaty week. On the back there, mounted on the OEM Ford luggage crossbar, is our Slick Stick 6-head. And we also have the LED Hideaway Duos mounted inside the reverse, as well as the turn signal. That's just one of the awesome patterns available on the new Slick Stick. There's a little close-up shot for you, just to show you how blindingly bright that stick is. You can also see the hideaways in our classic X pattern. We chose to flip-flop the color, so we've got an amber and a white Xing out back and forth on the back. Let me show you what else this particular build has. Oh, it's the floodlight everybody wants. The big FU light if somebody's tailgating you. The I can't see to back up in my driveway light. The I've got a boat, but I still can't see at night to get into the harbor light. Any other uses? Throw a comment up. But as you can see, we've integrated the flood feature in our Slick Stick, so we can have a tremendous amount of white light to the back of the vehicle. And I know your next question, how bright is it? Well, let's go ahead and show you, flipping around. Okay, so here's our shot with the shop lights off, and this is just to the back of the vehicle. You can see how the colors keep changing. That's the Slick Stick. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the warning. You can see the shop go dark, and I'm gonna turn on the flood white Slick Stick. I'll turn the warning back on, and you can see our corner lights are illuminating, because of course our LED HAWs we did not affect with the flood on the Slick Stick, because we wanted to have a little bit of warning still in the tails if you decided to use the flood. But as you can see, when you turn the flood off, you go back to full warning. That'll be nothing. And that's the flood on the Slick Stick. I hope it puts out enough light. I mean, it lights my entire shop. And there's just an awesome shot of it with all the lights on. You can still see the corner lights going, but you can definitely see how bright white that is. Just to touch base on how we mounted it. Sorry if that flipped the screen on you. Here you can see we've utilized the factory cross member luggage rack. We take the wire down here and it goes into the hatch area. Email if you need better specifics. But you can see here, it doesn't stick up any higher than the cross rack. It should definitely be car wash friendly, and it certainly shows quite well to the rear of the vehicle just like this. I've done probably 100 of these Explorers like this, and everybody loves it. Let me show you inside. So here in the back, just for fun, I put a little momentary switch right there. You can see it right there poking out. I didn't want to drill a hole in this nice panel, again, in case we turn this in for lease, but that little momentary switch right there, That's to adjust the pattern on the slick stick. Well, why would he put it back there? I mean, geez, wouldn't you want it on the dashboard? Well, not really, and let me show you why. Because when you turn the slick stick on, you can stand right here where I am, and you can reach your right hand right in and touch that momentary while you look at the pattern. And that way you can adjust it real easily to the pattern that you like, and you don't have to back up to a mirror or a window to try to see what pattern you're actually choosing. And it was just easy and quick, and like I said, we didn't want to drill holes in something that was brand new that may be turned in or resold. Oh, here on the dashboard, 327 miles on this little brand new vehicle. As you can see on the left side of the dash there, that's where we mounted our switches. A couple reasons. One, you can totally see them when they're on. It's quite impossible to drive away with your strobe lights on and not realize it. That was one thing, because when you put the switch way down here, you can't see it, and you happen to drive all over the city with your lights on. So we started putting them up here in the Explorers, and that way you can see them. We've got two switches, we've got our warning, we've got our rear flood, flush mounted, beautiful. They almost disappear when they're off. And we did that for our switching inside this vehicle. Kept it very clean, very simple. Thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings. Be sure to check out the description of this vehicle for links to all of the parts, as well as a link for everything you might need to buy this, except the roof rack crossbar. You will need to get your roof rack at your local Ford dealer. We do not ship the large roof rack crossbars. They're just available at the Ford dealer. But we can get everything else to you to mimic this package in the description, as well as links to all of the individual parts. Thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings, your #1 source for construction and emergency safety strobe lighting and equipment for cars, trucks, SUVs, cabs, buses, bikes, motorcycles, scooters, and wheelchairs. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.